Well, on the face of it, Kieran, this was a trial about lying on a form about a gun. But after all the salacious detail that then came to light, it turned out to be much more shocking and embarrassing. Hunter Biden's affair with his dead brother's wife, for one, their mutual crack cocaine addiction, and then his daughter's tearful testimony, all watched over, of course, by the First Lady, his mother, Jill Biden, who even crisscrossed the Atlantic at one point to be beside her son, and his father, of course, the President, Joe Biden, for whom this latest family trauma will be particularly difficult. Here is how today played out.
Good morning. We're coming on the air because there is breaking news at this hour. A guilty verdict in Hunter Biden's federal gun trial in Wilmington, Delaware.
Hunter Biden has been found guilty on all counts in his gun trial, federal trial in Wilmington, Delaware. All right, Leo,
this is a political and personal blow for the U.S. President Joe Biden. His only surviving son, Hunter, now convicted of 3 federal gun charges after a jury found he lied about his drug use when he bought a gun in 2018.
No one in this country is above the law. Everyone must be accountable for their actions, even this defendant. However, Hunter Biden should be no more accountable than any other citizen convicted of this same conduct.
A plea deal collapsed last year, resulting in a grueling week-long trial, with prosecutors poring over the often painful private life of the Biden family's most troubled member. His stepmother, First Lady Jill Biden, has attended nearly every day of the trial, and today the president said they would respect the outcome of the case, but will always support their son, Hunter. Though he now tells a story of recovery, Hunter Biden's struggles with drug addiction are well documented. At the time of the gun purchase, he was addicted to alcohol and crack cocaine, accused of sleeping with sex workers and in the middle of an affair with his dead brother's wife. Prosecutors told how Hunter dragged her into drug addiction too, and it was when she was searching through his truck that she discovered the gun and in a panic threw it away. But it was an answer on this form when he was purchasing the gun that sealed his fate. Hunter Biden ticked the box no in response to a question about drug use, a lie that's a federal crime. A leaked voicemail from the time revealed his father's words.
It's Dad. I called to tell you I love you. I love you more than the whole world, pal. Can I get some help? I don't know what to do.
This is not just about gun laws. Republicans have long tried to go after Hunter Biden, accusing him of leveraging his father's position for his own financial gain.
Cocaine use, and he didn't have a job until you became vice president. Once you became vice president...
But attempts to paint him and his father as corrupt have so far been unsuccessful, and instead the private struggles of Hunter have become the target.
They have lied over and over about every aspect of my personal and professional life.
Even senior Republicans admit it's unlikely an average American would have been pursued on these gun charges. But Hunter will now face sentencing and maybe even prison time, though he will almost certainly appeal. The guilty verdict comes, of course, 2 weeks after former President Trump was also convicted of 34 criminal charges. But unlike Mr. Trump, President Biden has ruled out any use of a pardon, and it will be his name on the ballot in November, not his son's. Well, you've just seen pictures of Hunter Biden leaving the court there behind me earlier, flanked by his wife and his mother there in support of him. We're told that Joe Biden, who is speaking right now, believe it or not, at a gun conference, that he will leave. He's changed his schedule to leave D.C. shortly to come here to the family home of Wilmington in Delaware to be by his son's side. He hasn't yet spoken on camera. He might in a few minutes when he's finished speaking, but he did say earlier in a statement, "I am the president," he said, "but I am also a dad. Jill and I love our son, and we are so proud of the man that he is." today. There is no doubt, though, that this verdict will weigh heavily on Joe Biden, both personally and politically, as he runs for re-election in November. Donald Trump's campaign, quick to capitalize on the verdict today, saying that this was all a distraction, really, from the true Biden crime family and the crimes they allege they took place in Ukraine and China. Of course, there couldn't be a greater contrast between the reactions to these two guilty verdicts. Trump, on the one hand, saying it was all rigged against him, and the Biden family saying that they will respect the judicial process. And Joe Biden, of course, saying that whatever happens, whatever the outcome, he will not be pardoning his son Hunter.